Now, the State Capture inquiry has given the go-ahead for a crucial witness to testify in camera. The man, identified only as Colonel Naidoo, is in witness protection and had requested that the inquiry ensure his safety. He'll be testifying about the fraud and corruption within crime intelligence. Now, this Colonel Naidoo was a Hawks investigator Kobus Roelofse's informant. Last week, Roelofse testified about the rampant looting of crime intelligence's secret services account. Now, eNCA's Michael Appel has joined me, and he's been following all the intrigue. Michael, what does all of this mean? It does set itself up for another fascinating day at the Zondo Commission.
Yes. So let's just start with where Colonel Naidoo fits in. Crime intelligence, at its head at the time, about 9 years ago, had Richard Nguli. Everybody knows him. Just under him was a guy called Solomon Lazarus, who was seen as the sort of CFO within crime intelligence. Then somewhere under there was Lieutenant Colonel Naidoo. So Colonel Roelofse from the Hawks is tasked with investigating the Secret Services account. It's a slush fund that's used by crime intelligence. We've heard allegations through Roelofse using his informant as Colonel Naidoo, who has turned against his seniors within crime intelligence, that the slush fund was used to buy plane tickets for family and friends to Hong Kong and Singapore, and to buy about 70 million rands worth of flashy cars in like a 4-year period, and to upgrade security at people's homes, not crime intelligence related and not critical to the duties of crime intelligence operatives, and how rent was paid out of the slush fund for a guy and his family to stay in a safe house. So there was a lot of allegations of how this money was used, and Colonel Naidoo is the person who leaked this information and turned against his bosses in crime intelligence and became an informant for Colonel Roelofse. He is expected to take the stand tomorrow.
Surely this should be seen as quite a risky move on this Colonel Naidoo's part.
And that is exactly why, when he ratted on his bosses, Hawks took him into witness protection. So we call him Colonel Naidoo because that's what Colonel Roelofse called him. He could be Mr. X, Mr. Z, he could be anything right now, and he could be anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world. So what he applied for today, and the arguments were heard before the Deputy Chief Justice, was because the inquiry is a public hearing, anybody who testifies must do so publicly unless there is really extenuating circumstances why this person should not be seen. And him, the allegations that he's made against national police commissioners, members of parliament, the head of crime intelligence, Solomon Lazarus, the CFO of crime intelligence, all those allegations mean this will be a very wanted man if these allegations are true. So he's applied to not be on camera, but to be in camera. So the order is that he's going to testify from an undisclosed location. There's going to be no broadcast of him. There will be an audio broadcast, no visual, only audio. And nobody who sits in the public hearing will even see or know where this guy is. So we will just be able to hear him.
It's very intriguing because you'd think that anybody that needs to go into witness protection within the realm of crime intelligence must be in very, very deep witness protection.
Yes. I mean, so people in crime intelligence obviously know who Colonel Naidoo is. They would have worked with him. So his worry is not those who know who he is, who worked with him. It's the tens, hundreds, thousands, millions of South Africans who may tune into the State Capture inquiry and go, wow, actually, even if we just blur out his face or something about this guy looks familiar, and then his cover is blown, and it's a cover that obviously the Hawks will have worked on for years. And this guy has said he obviously has reintegrated into some or other community or society somewhere, and he doesn't want that blown. This guy needs to stay alive, and he needs to give this testimony.
Goodness me, it really does bring the seriousness of what we have been watching unfold at the Zondo Commission. It really brings it home, doesn't it? This isn't fun and games. This is serious business and their lives at cost.
Labour under no illusion. People look at the State Capture inquiry very often. They go, it's boring, it's a waste of money. When are there going to be prosecutions? These are people this Colonel Naidoo, who put their lives on the line, stopped their careers entirely, have put their entire families at risk to be able to bring this evidence to light at some stage. This is that stage.
So is that happening tomorrow?
It starts tomorrow.
Okay, and Michael Appel will be keeping track and an eye on it for us. Thank you so much for bringing us the very latest. Now,